God knows, I hope y'all stay warm as much as myself here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Home Fort Knox and the number one cadre school in the U.S. Courtesy of General Combs and Colonel Edward. I just broke out a director's cut Steven Spielberg video right there. It can't get any better than choreographic, choreographic, and everything else. Based on those two movies, Notting Hill, I spoke about a while ago, many times over, and A Lot Like Love, a Hugh Grant character who talks about love at the airport. Love is all around. You ever seen that movie? You know what I'm talking about. You've Got Mail. That's to the third ECS division that just arrived. There's more people coming home. Some people didn't even get a chance to be at that welcome home party. That's after 3 hours of singing at karaoke at Sabre Quill at Port Huck. Everything from White Christmas to Come Home Safe. I love you and I miss you very much. Right here at home from a bachelor dad who knows how to cheer people up, especially those deployed who have yet to come home, and those who gave their very life for this world who deserve so much, especially their families back home. God bless you. Here, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Moving on. Let's go. Go Dallas. Yankees. Let's see here. Preventing suicides one day at a time. You know anybody that's serving in the military or served, be sure to help them out. Every bit helps. 1-800-273-8255. Talk. Press 1. God bless y'all, serving and those in the civilian world, those who are trying to keep their hopes up for tomorrow and the next day and so forth. Even reading the Bible does a lot. I know something about talk about government shutdown. Well, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's hope, there's faith. Where there's faith, there's God. God works in mysterious ways here. Those of you believe in Him, whether you know it or not, He is there for you and provides where you least expect Him to be. 9 days, 12 hours a day. He doesn't have a vacation. Doesn't get to go rush off to the airport because I'm in a hurry. He's there for you. Every day, every hour, every step you're breathing. In them hospital beds, right down to you kids. Those with families. Those who have children like myself. Those who care about people. Care, very care. I'm going to turn to Exodus 23-14 through 25-40. 3 times a year, you Israelites are to celebrate a festival to me. The Lord celebrates celebrates the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days eat bread made without yeast, as I commanded you. Do this at the appointed time in the month of Abib. I showed you. For those of you trying to learn English, especially in China, Japan, Konnichiwa, all my friends over there, diehards to the core, everybody else, Norway, Finland, Russia, Greenland, Iceland, Italy, Portugal, Brazil, South America, Mexico, New Mexico, Canada, French Canadians, Alaskans, everybody, Eastern Islands, Egypt, Africa, everyone. In God's eyes, we are all equal, at least in mind. As I said before, if people treat you different because you are a different color, different religion, different race, then you must pray for them, that they change their ways, especially those I care for in Saudi Arabia, India, the country. All of you, young and old, especially you children, Not just seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire, yeah? Hello over there, especially to Latika, Miss Actress, and all those who took part in that movie. God bless you. Nice to see such scenic views of India and the good pros and cons of touring, not just in her country, but all over the world. Think about watching yourself, making sure you're aware of your surroundings and everything, even what's in your wallet. You never know. Not just that, supporting foster care for children. There are children displaced, don't even have parents. I pray one day that parents find them, they find parents that are worthy of them. Well, celebrate the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days, eat bread made without yeast. Again, as I command you, do this at the appointed time in the month of Abib. But that in the month you came out of Egypt. No one is to appear before me empty-handed. Celebrate the feast of harvest with the first fruits of the crops. You sow in your fields, celebrate the feast of gathering. Celebrate the end of the year when you gather in your crops from the field. 3 times a year all the men are to appear before the sovereign Lord. Do not offer the blood of sacrifice to me alone with anything containing yeast. The fat of my festival offerings must not be kept until morning. Bring the best of first fruits of your soil to the house of the Lord your God. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way, and to bring you to the place I prepared. Pay attention to him, and listen to what he says. Do not rebel against him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and will oppose those who oppose you. My angel will go ahead of you, and bring you into the land of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, and Jebusites, and I will wipe them out. Do not bow down to their gods or worship them or follow their practice. You must demolish them and break their sacred stones to pieces. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessings will be on your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you, and no one must carry or be barren in your land. I will give your full lifespan. I will send my terror ahead of you and throw into confusion every nation you encounter. I will make all your enemies turn their backs and run. I will send the hornet ahead of you to drive the Hivites, Canaanites, Hittites out of your way, but I will not drive them out in a single year, because the land will become desolate, and the wild animals too numerous for you. Little by little I will drive them out before you, until you have increased enough to take the possession of the land. I will establish your borders from the Red Sea to the Sea of the Philistines, and from the deserts to the river. I will hand over you to the people who live in your land, and you will drive them out before you. Do not make a covenant with them, or with their gods. Do not let them live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me, because the worship of their gods will certainly be a snare to you. Then he said to Moses, come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. You are to worship at their distance. But Moses alone is to approach the Lord. The others must not come near, and the people may not come up with him. When Moses went out and told the people all the Lord's words and laws, they responded with one voice. Everything the Lord has said we will do. Moses then wrote down everything the Lord had said. He got up early the next morning, built an altar at the foot of the mountain, and set up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent you Israelite men, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as fellowship offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put it in his bowls, and the other half he sprinkled on the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it to the people. They responded, we will do everything the Lord has said. We will obey. Moses then took the blood, sprinkled it on the people, and this, the blood of the covenant the Lord has made with your accordance. All these words Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel went up and saw the God of Israel. Under his feet was something like a pavement, made of sapphire, clear as the sky itself. But God did not raise his hand against these leaders of Israel. They saw God, and they ate and drank. The Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain, and stay here, and I will give you the tablets of stone, when the law and commands I have written for their instruction." Then Moses set out with Joshua his aide, and Moses went up on the mountain of God. He said to his elders, wait here for us until we come back to you. Aaron and Hur are with you, and anyone involved in a dispute can go to them. When Moses went up on the mountain, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord settled on Mount Sinai. For 6 days the cloud covered the mountain, and on the seventh day the Lord called to Moses from within the cloud to the Israelites. The glory of the Lord looked like a consuming fire on the top of the mountain. Then Moses entered the cloud, and he went on up the mountain, and he stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to bring me an offering. You are to receive the offerings from me, from each man whose heart prompts him to give you. These are the offerings you are to receive: from the gold, silver and bronze, blue and purple and scarlet yarn, fine linen, goat hair, ram skins dyed red, and hides of sea cows, oxygen wood, olive oil, for the light spices, from anointing oil unto the fragrant incense on the onyx stones, and other gems to mount on. Therefore and breastpiece, then have them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell amongst them. Make this tabernacle and all its furnishings exactly like the pattern I will show you. Have them make a chest of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, a cubit and a half wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold, both inside and out, and make a gold molding around it. Cast 4 gold rings, for it has fastened in to 4 feet, and with 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other. They make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the rings on the sides of the chest to carry. The poles are to remain in the rings of this ark. They are not to be removed. Then put in the ark the testimony which I give you. Make an atonement cover of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide. And make 2 cherubim out of the hammered gold. At the end of the cover, make 1 cherub on one end and the second cherub on the other. Make the cherubim of one piece with the cover at the 2 ends. The cherubim are to have their wings spread upward, overshadowing the cover with them. The cherubim are to face each other, looking toward the cover. Place the cover on top of the ark. Put it in the ark, the testimony which I will give you. There above the cover, between the 2 cherubim, there are over the ark of the testimony. I will meet with you and give you all my commands for the Israelites. Make a command of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, a cubit wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold, and make a gold molding around it. Also make around it a rim and a half breadth. Wide, put gold moldings on the rim. Make 4 gold rings for the table, and fasten them to the 4 corners. With these 4 legs are the rings, a cubit close to the rim, to hold the poles used in carrying the table. Make the poles of acacia wood, overlay them with gold, and carrying the tables with them, and make it plates and dishes of pure gold, as well as pitchers and bowls for pouring out offerings. Put the bread of the presence on this table to be before me at all times. Make a lampstand of pure gold, and hammer it out base and shaft. Its flower like cups, buds, and blossoms shall be at one piece with it. 6 branches are to extend from the sides of the lamp. Stand 3 on one side, 3 on the other. 3 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms are to be on one branch, 3 on the other. Next branch, the same for all 6 branches, extending from the lampstand. And on the lampstands there are to be 4 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms. 1 bud shall be under the first pair of branches, extending from the lampstand. The second bud under the second pair, and a third bud under the third pair. 6 branches in all. The buds and branches shall all be of one piece with the lampstand, hammered out of pure gold. Then make it 7 lamps, and set them up on it, so that they light the space in front of it. Its wicket trimmers and trays are to be pure gold. A talent of pure gold is to be used for lampstand. All these success. See that you make them according to the pattern shown on your mount. I'm going to show you what I just read for those of you trying to follow along. It's humbly as possible in English. This is what I just read. I'll bring this up closer to you. Can't get any clearer than that. First time seeing a book like this is the most beautiful writing ever. A book of all religions, yes. God is there for you whether you know it or not. All you have to do is open your heart, your mind, and everything else. I would read your religion and still say the same thing. All religions, all cultures, young and old. God bless Jerusalem. Anak Bel, Anak Good. God bless you all over there. Israel, Pakistan, Bangladesh, everybody. Caring for one and all children, everybody young and old. It is not easy caring for the whole world, but someone must. Someone must care. Even if you're not real religious. Who says you? Most parents are real religious. Some don't even go to church. Some go one time a year. Some go one time at Christmas. Some pray rather than go to church. Some watch the mass church on videos on their channels, on public channels. I help you bring a closer area of reasoning to God. Where there's despair, I sow peace. Where there's loss, I so give you a beacon of hope. As one says in the Kingdom of Heaven, the movie, give me a couple of yards of silk and you can have yourself a queen. I say, give yourselves a couple of yards of silk, miles long, and then the material is hard worked and all that work put it together, you can have yourself a lifetime of never-ending friendship. Worth investing in. All races, all cultures. A flag of all nations. Interesting, is it not? Something you can't take for granted and sure as heck can't throw away. I believe in all of you, whether you know it or not. I care about you. Showing you the true essence of God. God Himself. Moving on. This is the other thing. Showing them as close as possible. It is a lot to understand. If you're having a hard time translating this in your language, don't hesitate to go get someone at a church or friend who knows how to understand English, and you're especially in translating it in your language, trying to help you understand the meaning behind these principles, this writing, this passage right here. Trust me, they're never too busy. Moving right along. That is the third verse. What I just read earlier. God bless those trying to keep soldiers deployed, read tune with the Bible, and closer to God. Some forget their Bibles. Well, I've helped a couple brothers squared away out there. They dial in from the middle of the Afghanistan desert. God bless them. Squared away. Sky with the power and great glory. And he will send his angels a loud trump call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from the end of the heavens to the other. Now learn these lessons from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs tender, get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right at the door. I tell you the truth, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. No one knows about that day or hour, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father, as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving their marriage up to the day Noah entered the ark, and they know nothing about what happened till the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken on the left. 2 women will be grinding with hand mills, one will be taken and the other's left. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house has known what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let this house be broken into. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Who then is the faithful and wise servant for the master is put in charge of the servants in his household, to give them their food at the proper time? It will be good for that servant, whose master is finding him doing also what he returns. So when he returns, I tell you the truth, he will put in charge of his possessions. But suppose that servant is wicked, and say to himself, my master is staying away a long time, and then he begins to beat his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with drunkards. The master of the servants will come on a day when he does not expect them, and cut an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with exit, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Psalm 30-1 through 12. A psalm for the dedication of the temple of David. I will exalt you, O Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths. Do not let my enemies, and did not let my enemies gloat over me. O Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. O Lord, you brought me up from the grave. You spared me from going down into the pit. Sing to the Lord, you saints of his praise in his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping might remain for a night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. When I felt it secure, I said, I will never be shaken, O Lord. When you favored me, you made my mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. To you, O Lord, I called, to the Lord I cried for mercy. What gain is there in my destruction? In my going down into the pit? Will the dust praise you? Question yourselves. Will it proclaim your faithfulness? Question yourself. Hear, O Lord, and be merciful to me. O Lord, be my help. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give you thanks forever. Proverbs 7-24 through 27. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray in her path. Many are the victims she hath brought down. Her slain are mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. Carrying on. Let me show you what I just read. Good way to learn English. Good way to make friends, too. Especially at church. Or wanting to be at church. This is my gift to you. Helping you stay closer to God, one day at a time, one night at a time. No greater gift than one who gives his life for his own friend and puts everything on the line. For a man who has everything has nothing to lose, and so much to gain, so much to learn. So much to show the world that the world is capable of so much more if only given the chance. We are fragile, yes, fragile life. But yet, when you awaken in the morning, you are blessed. You're breathing, you are blessed. You're not dead, and certainly not in Elysium. That means you're alive. There's no green wheat pastures around you. God bless you for waking up in the morning and looking at the front door that's there to greet you in the morning and say, hi, there's a whole world out there. Greet me in stride by opening it. You're not alone, and you're not alone. To follow such footsteps, even in sand, like that song, Footprints in the Sand. You ever read that? It's a favorite of mine. For God is standing side by side next to you throughout life, young and old. I always tell it like it is. Not for ratings, not for popularity, no. For heart. After all, God is there in your heart when you least need Him most, giving you strength. Strength to continue on bettering yourself, your life, those around you. Not just watched on shows like Jeopardy or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. God bless you. God bless those who make such things just so as possible. Sorry. As they say in English and in Latin, I speak both. Rather than in many languages all over the world, some are still trying to catch up. Yes! Good luck. En nombre del Padre, Amen. En nombre del Padre, Espíritu Santo. God be with you wherever you are all over the world. Peace, as most nation leaders agree, especially presidents, people making hard choices for the better, greater good. Some things that were overdue centuries ago. Budget overhaul, health insurance. All nations can't have all the fun over there. Some follow along. Okay, what are they doing now to better themselves? Cleaner air, less pollution. Cleaner water, less harm to the environment. Raising wildlife recovery instead of damaging it. Greater good for the children of this future of this world, yes? What better way to help bring a smile to a senior's face, a grandparent? Even I recover wildlife reservation here alongside my hometown. I always tell people, if you plant a garden, you'll never starve, even in a restaurant. Who says it has to be outdoors? It could be in pots, covered pots. Prevents sand from getting in, even in Afghanistan or in Jerusalem, places where it's hot. Prevents erosion. Greenhouse effect. Some don't even use soil, they just grow them. If they plant tomatoes and pick a tomato, you always have more tomatoes. Where do you think spaghetti comes from? In Italy. God bless them. Seen The Godfather? The Chio Cheese, the movie? I have, it's a favorite of mine. God bless all those actors and actresses over there and around the world who bring such movies to families. Not just seen in Brazil, or Elysium, science fiction, Stargate. We're right along. Courtesy of St. James, right here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Squared away, friends. Prepare for growing. With each new day that dawns, I am growing up, O Lord. It's not too soon to start thinking of what I want to be. It's very hard, I think, to make the right decision. But I pray that you will help and guide me. Show me what to do. Let me share someday my talents, where they are needed. And when you show me, give me courage to be generous enough to do what I want, what you want. Oh, Father, inspire among Christians many holy vocations to the priesthood that keep alive the faith and preserve the grateful memory of your Son, Jesus. Through preaching his word and administering the sacraments with you, ceaselessly renew your faithful. Ironic how I know what the priest is about to say before it even comes out of his mouth. I get a kick out of that one. But I pretend I don't know that if you could tell somebody else. Moving right along, as genius as it is. Preaching his word and administering sacraments which you ceaselessly renew your faithful. Call squared away, priests, brothers, and evermore. Call forth ministers of your mercy who through the sacrament of your reconciliation may spread the joy of your forgiveness. Oh, Father, make the church welcome joyously the many inspirations of the Spirit of your Son, and docile to his teaching, nurture vocation to the priestly ministry, to concentrate life. Support the bishops, priests, and deacons, the consecrated persons, and all the baptized in Christ, so that they may faithfully fulfill their missions at the service of the gospel, especially to all you ladies out there who are doing this. in many languages. God bless you. Translating what I have to say out of the kindness of their heart in plain language. Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us and the whole world. Jesus, innocent victim of sin, receive us as companions on your paschal path, which from the death leads to life, and teach us to live the times that we spend on earth, rooted in faith in you, who have loved us and given yourself up for us. You are the Christ, the one Lord, who live and reign forever and ever. Amen. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Jesus is condemned to death. Jesus takes up his cross. Jesus falls for the first time. Jesus meets his mother. Jesus is helped by Simon the Syrian to carry his cross. Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. Jesus falls for a second time, only to be what? Reborn in forgiveness of all sins. Amen. We ask for this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Mary, Queen of the Apostles, pray for us. God bless you all over the world. More to that. I just ran right. Yeah. Ah. Such blessings, is it not? Sharing the world God's work, greatest gift of all. Does it look like I'm stopping anytime soon before Jesus was put on that cross as I spoke to you last weekend? Often priests sit there at churches wondering if anybody's paying attention. Do you even remember what he spoke about last weekend? Interesting. Boy, does he have his work cut out. I can see those mouths drop already. Did you remember anything I said last week? Do you understand the words? Okay, follow on. Communicate. Very important. Patience is a virtue. Not just seen in Knights of the Columbus. God bless them. Dun, dun. Red, white, and blue. Communities. All kinds of things, yeah. Up next, I hope everybody's having a great week. Remember to count your blessings. Remember to think to care for those that love you. Up next is military morale support and children's bedtime story, and young and old and adults, for us adults. Much love to all of you, all over the world. After all, peace is better than war. What's your health? That new measles virus is going around all over the world. Most kids, if you're in school, must update your immunization to keep up with such health concerns. Remember, teachers all over the world will only give you a certain amount of time to keep updated. Here in America, it's mandatory. They give you a certain amount of weeks, days, months. They send you letters, phone calls. Hey, your children need to be up to date with these shots. Hi, while in processing them into a new school, trying to make new friends, etc., etc. Have a nice day. Much love to all you. Stay positive out there after all. Who do we turn to most when we're laying and sleeping on concrete even? We turn to our family, not just our friends. We turn to God. Somebody who knows what it's like. You can only fall so low in life, only to rise stronger than before. Again, it is the same as crying, yes? Granted, I don't know all the answers, but together we'll get through them eventually. Life is a journey, the best share, never alone. From my heart to you, right here in Kentucky, to send correspondence, send them to my home direct. 328 Helm Street, Helm Street, Elizabethtown, one word, Kentucky, USA, zip code 42701. If you're sending gifts, you might want to make sure your friend's sending them directly in person. Otherwise, I may never get them. It'll be there 9 days, wondering if she's ever gonna settle down. Maybe if you quit playing shy and come over